So there.
So there.
So there.
So there.
Let me know your thoughts.
So there.
So there.
So there.
Let me know your thoughts.
Why do you keep saying let us know your thoughts?
Let me know your thoughts to me is a nice lead-in for So There. So There.
Welcome to episode 26 of So There.
I'm Tom Karamitis.
And I'm Gary Doyle. And as you can hear by our roaring fire going in the background, this is another episode from the So There cabin in the deep woods of Minnesota, far, far north of Chicago. It's warm and comfortable and cozy here, and we last broadcast from the So There cabin for the infamous Meat Boat episode. So back in the So There cabin, Tom, would you like to talk about this special episode?
Yeah, well, for those of you who recall, our last episode was the endless filibuster episode. And for those of you brave enough to stick it out to the very end, you know that Gary and I left a little Easter egg at the very end of that episode. And that Easter egg was, if you emailed us and said you made it to the end of the episode, we were going to put you on this episode.
Did anybody stick it out for the end of the episode besides the person we have on today?
The person we have on today was the first and the only person who claimed.
Do our analytics prove that?
And for that we are eternally grateful. So to the pod, we want to welcome Jane from New Jersey.
Jane.
Hello.
Welcome, Jane.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be with you guys.
Now, just to be clear, Jane is she is from New Jersey. She's not in the So There cabin. We have the most advanced electronic equipment in this rustic cabin to patch in Jane from New Jersey.
Plus, there's only one bedroom in the So There cabin, and Gary and I share it, so space is a little bit tight.
May I add, quite happily share it. A twin bed, by the way.
Jane, tell us about yourself and how long have you been a devoted listener, and has it been a part of your entire life?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't sleep without listening to your podcast. Yes, I live in New Jersey, and I was a dental hygienist for many years, and now I manage a dental practice. And
what's that like, looking into people's mouths all day long?
Disgusting.
And I've said this to dentists before, that I'm like, this must be so hard, just looking into people's mouths. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Yeah. But you know what? You get used to it, just like anything else. And
maybe we'll have you on another time, and the subject of the podcast will be the grossest things you've seen inside people's mouths.
I don't think I'd want to share that with you, because I've seen some pretty gross things.
Do you think mouths of New Jersey? What do they call them? New Jerseyites? New Jerseyans?
New Jerseyites.
New Jerseyites. Are they worse than most mouths? Do you think, Jane?
When we speak, absolutely.
Well, speaking of speaking.
Oh.
When Jane and I were talking about coordinating this recording, I had asked Jane about some of her hobbies, and one of the things Jane does is Jane sings, and Jane is quite the accomplished vocalist.
Really?
Well, thank you.
The stuff you sent us was very professionally recorded. How did that come about?
Actually, I had stopped singing for a very long time, and I credit my recordings to Facebook, actually, because when I got onto Facebook, I started reconnecting with all these people from high school who knew me as a singer in high school. And it was like an epiphany, like, wow, I had forgotten all about that part of myself. So I went out and bought a computer and Pro Tools, which I only know how to use in an infinitesimal way. And I just started downloading background, instrumentals and singing to them. So.
Well, we want to play, you sent us 3 songs. We'd like to play an excerpt that you recorded, Weekend in New England, a lovely Barry Manilow song.
I just wanted to say about that song, that actually was not a background track. That was a friend of mine who played the piano, and he actually mixed it and everything. So it's a little different from some of the others.
Well, we will play it now, and we'll be right back with you. This is an excerpt of Jane from New Jersey singing Weekend in New England, which Gary and I would suggest she might want to retitle Weekend at the So There Cabin.
So there.
Last night I said goodbye. Now it seems years. I'm back in the city when nothing is clear but thoughts of me holding you, bringing us near. And tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this strong yearning end? And when will I hold you again?
Jane, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
We really enjoyed that. You have a lovely voice, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but Tom and I do a little singing too. I mean, we rap. If you've heard our theme song, that's a form of white man rapping, white suburban dad rapping. But we sing, and would you like to hear some singing that we have done in our past?
Absolutely, I'd love to.
I'm glad you're willing to hear that. You might regret that once you hear our samples. But as we've said in this podcast before, Tom and I enjoy karaokeing. And years ago, we went to a bar we've spoken on in this podcast called Karaoke Bleu in Los Angeles. We were actually with a client, and we have a little sample of that night. We want to see what you think of our singing. So have a listen.
Okay.
So go ahead and listen to it now, and we'll discuss.
Which one of you is that?
Care to guess?
That's me, Jane. That's Gary.
Okay.
In case you don't recognize the song, and I understand why you may not, it's the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. I come from the land of the ice and snow, where the hot springs, where the midnight sun and the hot springs blow. Hammer of the gods.
Well, that was very, very interesting, Gary.
Interesting is a well-chosen adjective, Jane.
And Jane, stylistically, we want to do a bit of a pivot to some of the more orchestral works of Tom Karamitis.
Oh
That was also very interesting.
Are you wiping your eyes right now?
Well, it did touch me, yes. In ways I can't even explain.
The video, the song does not include the 4-minute guitar solo in the middle where Tom walked around on stage and brooded. I think he put his head in his hands and sat on the edge of the stage.
Well, I would have loved to have seen that.
And Jane, now that we've warmed you up, Gary and I recorded one thing together. You're going to hear the irresistible and unmistakable harmonies that we created on a song made famous by
Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
It's got a big finish too.
yeah, make sure you listen to it
okay.
at the very end, because I think you'll be overwhelmed and intimidated.
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, I just muted it.
That's what people tend to do. Yeah, that final note is Gary's. It was very impressive. He can't do that anymore.
That was probably the last time he could do that, right?
Jane, I know what you're thinking right now. You were thinking, I thought I was a pretty good singer until I heard Tom and Gary, and they're very good. And let me just say to you, don't give up. You can still become a good singer like us if you keep trying.
If only. If only. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Jane, why is it that so many songs contain your name and so many bands contain your name? I found today 3 bands that contain your name, and there are no bands I can think of that contain my name. There's Jane's Addiction. Mm-hmm. There was a band in the 70s called Jane. And there was a band about 15 years ago called Saving Jane.
Really?
Saving Jane. Did you mention Jane's Addiction?
Yeah, it was the first one I said.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Jane's Addiction, who also had a song named Jane Says.
Yes.
So they were obsessed with Jane.
Yes.
And did you mention Maroon 5?
No, that's right.
Maroon 5's first record was called Songs About Jane.
That's right.
You knew that. Were any of them about you?
All of them, actually.
They should have called the record 12 Songs About Jane.
They should
just to be more specific.
Or Jane from New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, I think one of those popular Jane songs is called Jane by a band called Jefferson Starship.
You're playing a game, girl, you never can win.
Right. What's that game called, by the way?
Life?
No, that's a good guess.
Love.
I have the lyrics in front of me. You're playing a game called Hard to Get by its real name.
Okay. I guess that's why I didn't guess that.
Making believe that you just don't feel the same.
Right.
Oh, Jane. Right. Oh, Jane. And then the singer goes on, as I'm sure you know, the singer goes on to say, Jane, you're playing a game you never can win, girl. So you're staying away, so I'll ask you where you been, baby. I just read what's on the page. I didn't add baby. extraneously.
And it was a rhetorical question anyway. So
It is. Yeah. What's your favorite Jane song?
Janie's Got a Gun.
Oh my gosh!
how do you forget that one?
That's
No, I'm
Aerosmith.
I'm totally kidding. That is not my favorite song.
It's a little bit of a cheat because you're named Jane, not Janie.
Well, that's true, but a lot of people do call me Janie.
Janie, they do. Does anyone call you Jeannie? Bruce Springsteen has a song called Jeannie Needs a Shooter, covered by Warren Zevon.
The late great.
Late, great.
No.
No one
I've
calls
never-
you Jeannie?
No.
All right.
Well, after today, everyone's going to call you Jane from New Jersey.
Jane from New Jersey.
Everyone's going to call you Jane, the woman who was on So There.
Jane, Jane, Jane.
Good job, guys.
Again, don't be intimidated by our singing because, a lot of people are, so don't be. Jane,
Yes.
what do you think of our podcast?
I love it.
Honestly.
I honestly love it.
What started you listening to it?
I don't know. I found it on Facebook somehow. I mean, to keep giving credit to Facebook for my entire life here, but but I found it on Facebook, and I just thought you guys were both very charming and funny.
Who's more charming and who's more funny?
I'm going to just play Switzerland and say you're both very charming and very funny.
Can you tell from listening which one of us is more attractive?
Well, no. I can't tell that.
It's really a race to the bottom, really, in terms of who's the most attractive. So, yeah. So you're in the Garden State, right?
What Gary's really getting at, and the thing he asks everybody he meets from New Jersey is, have you met, or what do you think of Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, is that what he's getting at?
Not really, but Tom is projecting.
Gary loves Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, well, yeah. He's our guy. He really is.
Jane says that like she's not a fan of Bruce Springsteen.
No, that's
like
not
Tom
true.
Karamitis.
I'm not.
You're not-
I
you're not?
appreciate him. I admire his talent, but his material doesn't really speak to me.
Except for I'm on Fire.
I'm
Tom.
on Fire. Brilliant Disguise.
Yeah. Are you near Asbury Park? You said you're on the Jersey Shore.
I'm not far.
Really?
I'm not far. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I once slept on the beach in Asbury Park, and after I did it, people told me that was a really bad idea.
Yes, it is a bad idea. I don't think that's the safest of neighborhoods, although I think that they are, doing a lot of stuff to make it better.
I've heard, I slept with my brother, and my glasses and my shoes got stolen. Now, I don't know why anybody would steal your glasses, but they stole mine. Yeah.
You in some kind of tent or just out?
Just sleeping on the beach with my brother. Went to Asbury to try and meet Bruce Springsteen. We almost did.
Why, you thought he was going to show up on the beach or something?
Yeah. We thought he was going to show up somewhere. So we just drove there and hung out. Went to his house. We did. Went to his house. Almost made it to his front door. And
Was this before when he was a megastar or before then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
So there
about 1987, 1988.
So was there a guard gate to get by? or-
No, walked right in.
Wow.
Walked right up to the door. Got about 10 feet to the door. Security guard came up and said, get out of here. But we were about to ring the doorbell.
Yeah,
kinda
I
like this-
like his older stuff.
Yeah.
But I actually used to live up in Tinton Falls, and right near an elementary school where his kids used to go. So I would kind of try to, see if I could find him, but that never happened, unfortunately.
Gary has a history of quasi-stalking musicians he admires. I remember also there was a Lindsey Buckingham incident, which maybe we shouldn't talk about in this episode.
Yeah, we can talk about that on the next one.
All right.
Plus, it's not a very compelling story.
Oh,
But
I was going to say that's a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Jane, I feel like we've already wasted enough of your time.
Oh, no. This is really fun.
Well, Jane, thank you, and thank you for both today and also the bigger picture of making it through the filibuster episode. We're going to have some kind of plaque designed, and you can put it on your wall.
Your singing's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we very much enjoyed it.
And Jane, have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. You too.
I know it's Christmas Eve today, so I hope it's snowing where you are, as it is here. And until next time in the new year, this is Gary and Tom saying,
So there!
Last night I said goodbye. Now it seems years. I'm back in the city where nothing is clear but thoughts of me holding you, bringing us near. And tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this strong yearning end? And when will I hold you again? Time in New England took me away to long rocky beaches and you by the bay. We started a story whose end must now wait. And tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this strong yearning end? And when will I hold you again? I feel the change coming. I feel the wind blow. I feel brave and daring. I feel my blood flow. With you, I can bring out all the love that I have. With you, there's a heaven so earth ain't so bad. And tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? And when will this emptiness end? And when can I hold you again?